unboxing of the Melon Farm 2x4, sorry, 2x2 by 4 foot. Alright. This is what it comes in the box. Alright, get that out of the way. Got your tent, your hardware. Alright, I'll be back once this thing is opened up a little bit more. Alright, so now that we got all the wrapping off, you can see that you got some C's, B's, F, E's, A's, and some metal corner brackets along with a set of instructions and your tent and your tray as well. So let's go ahead and get this going, set it up. Alright. Just already get the wiring off of this little tent. That way it's all set. And to heck with the instructions. These things are pretty simple anyway. So, take your corners. Go ahead, any direction. There's 2 holes on one of them. If you like to, you can put your plastic piece on the bottom. I don't know if it matters. OCD me is gonna put it on the top and bottom. But do this 4 times for B, and let's see. Don't even know which one this is. Corner. We'll just call that one corner. Timber. Alright, now that you can see that there's, can't really see them because they're all in line with the camera, but there's 3, here's the 4th one. Now that you got those corners connected, let's go ahead and connect C with B, and then do that 4 more times. I'm not going to bore you with the connecting of 4 more rods along with that. So alright, through the power of some more editing magic, there's 4 more poles connected. So at this point, you can go ahead and take your other corner pieces, connect them to the top, but I don't really like to do that. I like to make sure that my whole base is all the way connected. So this one is A connecting to the corner piece. We're gonna do that 8 times. So that way it is all set. And we'll be pretty much on our last steps. Alright. Now that I gotta drink some more coffee. Go ahead, continue. Now some might say that this is a weird way of putting this all together, but everybody has their own methods, their own madness. Doesn't have to be exact to this, but you know, as long as they all fit together and the tent goes on properly, that's all that matters. Some of these kind of are a little tricky to push down, a little bit firm. So don't be afraid to push a little bit harder than normal. And what we'll do with these is set these aside for a later time, because now we need this can scoot over. Now that we can get our little 2x4 or 2x2x4 canvas out, and make sure that when you're unboxing your box not to cut these things, because they are plasticky type mylar material. And then the bottom unzips. So the whole thing unzips, that's the top. The sides, here's your bottom. Now what I like to do is set this out so that way this is kind of just going to slide into the bottom right there. Now, brand new, these things can be a little bit pain in the butt. I've had to move mine around. I've got a couple, but as long as you get this in right here on that back side, that's what's always a pain in the butt to get the tent into, because these front corners you can kind of just slide it right over. As you can see, most of that was the backside getting it lined up. At least that's my preferred method. And I don't think that there's any exact right order to putting these things up, but this thing's actually pretty simple to toss up, not too hard, and then you got one hole right here. You got another hole for cords. I don't know. I don't think that you're gonna put a vent in that one, but you got a vent on your side over here. Plastic viewing mesh window, so that way the air doesn't go through this at all. It actually goes through your bottom vents, which there is only one. Coincidentally, you've got an awesome little vent hole for some cords, or I don't know if you like to put your ducting through the bottom instead to block light. Some people like to do that. And your mesh window, or at least your ventilation. There is one more hole that is right up here. This is the one that I usually use because the hottest air is up top, and then the cold air can kind of ventilate through that way. But pretty good little tent for not even $50 from Amazon. We'll go ahead and check for light leaks and all that kind of good stuff, but I think she will do well. Have a nice one. Peace out. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention. These things also do have drawstrings. It's not just a basic hole that you have to figure out how to plug. You can just cinch it down. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Let's set this down. Pull this nice and tight. A little bit tighter. I did just one, so that way it's a little bit better visual demonstration, but that's if you just want to close it up, or if you have a hole ducting through there, you can close it, and that way there's no excess air coming through, and it's actually going through the bottom. You know, cold air rising, or cold air's on the bottom and hot air's up top, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Alright, peace out. Once you have these canvas on, go ahead, here's E to, oops, grab that. They want to label these, some manufacturers don't. They just label them both E or F or A or whatever, 3, whatever their label is for that one. But connect these ones to the corresponding letter, and then inside the tent you'll put it on one side, kind of catty corner it, and then connect it to this other side. Focus. Just catty corner it like this, and then it's kind of in place right there. And same thing with the other one, just different letters and a little bit longer, and that's it. So, and that's why you want to put your small one in first. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt to get that second one in there after you put your long piece in there, which looks like this. Your short piece has a shorter hook than this, at least. It's not as long, it's closer to the pole, so that way it sits closer when it's hanging.